that rocket go by. And swoosh! An Insomniac Games production. Anyway, folks, welcome to another brand new Desert Squiddo Let's Play. I am Mitch, the Desert Squiddo, McKid here, and welcome to a replay of a game that I actually Let's Played back in the beginning of when I became a Let's Player back in 2014. And this is going to be a 60 frames per second rerun of one of my playthroughs, and it's none other than the original Ratchet & Clank via the Ratchet & Clank trilogy on the PS3. So with that being said, let's get off into a start, shall we? Alright, let's go. In Kazal Plateau, in planet Veldin.
Final step, attach Robotic Ignition System. Thank you for using help desk technology.
Poor Ratchet. Something's amiss, isn't it? It has to be amiss, hasn't it? Meanwhile, in a flat factory on a nearby planet... No, that's not it. No, Crypto, that was the wrong size. Back to the mothership with you. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong series. Ooh, I wonder what that little guy's doing. Might as well go investigate. Uh-oh. Time to run. Ooh, you've missed, big guy. Oh, poor old Clank. Oh, the little guy must need to get out of here. And I was wondering if those little boxes were kind of decoration, but they'll be smashed later on. Much later on. Okay. And... ooh, looks a bit like we have a bit of a Star Wars kind of dogfight. Uh-oh. He's gonna get shot down. Looks like he's gonna have to make an emergency landing. Ooh! That's gotta hurt, hasn't it? But looks like Ratchet's gonna investigate the crash site, as always. Anyway...
Welcome to the Gadgetron Help Desk. We are here to offer you advice during your interplanetary travels. The Help Desk is a free service provided by Gadgetron Corporation.
Ooh, dear me, though we have, of course, hints in this game. Basically, whenever you get to a specified point, or actually get a new weapon or a power-up, you basically get some advice from the Help Desk. Oh, okay, to be fairly honest, there's been a while since I played this game, and I'm going to be a bit, rusty with the free-flowing controls. And the reason being is my preference for the later games having a more, having the strafing controls rather than just the free-flowing combat. Now, the free-flowing controls kind of a little bit of a throw-off for me, because I'm more accustomed to the controls that require precision aiming in later entries, starting with 2, which we're going to get into once I've done this playthrough. Alright, so Ratchet & Clank is a game that was released in 2002 on the PlayStation 2, and the version I'm playing is the PS3 version, which is, of course, has been stretched into widescreen and in HD. Out of all the HD collections, I think Ratchet & Clank has the strongest, and it has aged pretty well, like a fine wine, in terms of transition from the PS2 to the more HD PS3. So, as you probably can tell, the HD Classics HD range is a bit of a mixed bag. There are some, like Ratchet & Clank, of course. Some people also say that I think Sly Collection is also aged well, as is the Jack Collection, and then there are a few that didn't really sell that well, or even fared that well, like Metal Gear Solid, Tomb Raider. I'm not quite sure about the others. I mean, some people say that the Silent Hill HD trilogy didn't fare well because of some things so the transition from PS2 to PS3 wasn't that great. But anyway, in terms of my history of Ratchet & Clank, it wasn't until 2003 when I got my PS2 for the first time. And this was one of the first games that I got for the system, alongside... I didn't get this straight away with my PS2. I only had 2 games with it, which was Gran Turismo 3 and Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, which of course is the follow-up to Crash Bandicoot, which was the original follow-up to Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, but it didn't explain what happened to Cortex and the rest of the baddies when they were exiled in that time warp, which was later addressed in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, which I kind of like better in terms of story rather than the original Wrath of Cortex story. But in terms of Ratchet & Clank, this game is basically a shooter with platforming a platformer with shooter elements. But in terms of the other entries of the series, this feels a little bit more linear compared to the other. This was more of a linear platformer because Insomniac wanted to, start from the ground up after losing the Spyro rights to Universal. And look what happened to Spyro Enter the Dragon. Spyro Enter the Dragon was a disaster compared to Year of the Dragon. And thus, Ratchet & Clank, being a new IP at the time, with this game, basically proves that Insomniac wanted to create something new. Alright, so we've just reached the crash site as I was speaking, and we'll see what the little robot has to offer. Oh, he's back on again.
Interesting.
Yay!
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
We'll find out.
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blarg, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cut!
And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Qwark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The Robotic Ignition System.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Looks like trouble brewing.
Deal.
Alright, so we're about to get out of Veldin orbit.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
And we all know who that is.
Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
Well, looks like we all know what's going to happen, but...
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Qwark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Qwark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Ugh, wow, that is kind of a bit of a mafia way to do stuff. Anyway...
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
Well, looks like we're about to get onto some trouble ahead. You know, anyway, with that being said, let's go and turn the subtitles on, shall we? I think I kind of forgot to do that when we were on Veldin, so yeah. Alright, so we are on planet Novalis, and we crash landed here, so it looks like we're going to have to try and find a ship ourselves.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Yeah, and of course we got a new weapon, but we can't afford it at the moment, so we're going to have to try and get some more bolts in order to get that weapon. But anyway, with that being said, the bolts are basically the currency of the game, and the reason being that they are a currency is to so you can actually buy your way through the game, or even, of course, getting new weapons, or basically getting new gadgets, just to progress in the game. Which, in my honest opinion, sometimes it does work, but sometimes in the series it kind of feels like you're basically paying your way to get it out to the later stages of the game, which kind of sucks. We'll get to that in the future installments of the title sometime in this game. Oh my goodness gracious me, those little robotic pelicans. Anyway, with that being said, we're about to get on with getting the first of two of the Infobots, which of course we got two Infobots, which can take you to, of course, coordinates to later stages in the game. And of course, speaking of collectibles, booyah! This is a gold bolt. They're scattered throughout the game, quite a ton of them. And basically, the gold bolts are basically require you for some, some golden upgrades when you go into the New Game Plus of the game. So basically, the reason being, they cannot be purchased until you actually finished off Chairman Drek. Which, of course, you can use them. You can actually get the golden weapons when you actually do finish the game. Basically, it's not available in the normal game, but in New Game Plus, it can be. So I will definitely make a little bit of a video about it in the probably a extras video, probably. So yeah. Alright, so basically what you're seeing is the bomb glove. The bomb glove basically lobs bombs right into your enemies, which is a good thing, because who else would want to basically bomb your enemies, and it's satisfying. But you do get laser weapons, which kind of gives you more satisfying ways of obliterating your enemies. But of course, in the later entries, your weapons become more and more creative. We got quite a good amount of weapons. In the remake, they have some weapons that are basically new ones in the remake, as well as some older ones in the other entries. Like, of course, some of my favorites being, of course, the Gadgetron and Mr. Zircon, which makes their first appearances in the future series, especially Tools of Destruction. But I absolutely love Mr. Zircon, and I'm hoping that the Gadgetron and Mr. Zircon makes a return, as well as a few other weapons that were my favourites. There are a lot of fantastic weapons that are very creative in Ratchet and Clank, which, in my honest opinion, really makes me prove that this series is very good. Anyway, let's go and talk to this guy, shall we?
Dad, blast it!
Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Qwark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
Well, anyway, folks, this is one of the recurring characters in the series, the plumber. And we're about to see him in a few more entries in the series, aren't we? Anyway, let's give him the 500 bolts for the infobots, shall we? Well, we got what we came for. And...
Geronimo!
Did he just slide down a sewer pipe?
You bet your ass he did! Anyway, let's have a watch.
Mayday, mayday! This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid. It looks like some sort of fireworks display. Probably in your honor.
Whoa! That was close! Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
Oh, we've been hit!
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long!
Kid, let's ham-scrape!
Eject! Eject!
Oh dear.
Did you see that guy on the left? That was Skid McMarks.
Does he know Captain Qwark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say. I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Well, it looks like we're going to be saving him
Gadgetron
probably in the
Infobots
future
give you coordinates
episodes
for new planets.
of this
Now that you have
playthrough.
the Infobot of
But
Blargian,
anyway,
now you need to find
anyway,
a
the
ship
more.
to get there.
Anyway, Infobots basically give you coordinates to, of course, new planets and take you to some of the later levels. Of course, you get more weapons along the way. Whenever you progress through the game, you get more weapons to go. Of course, they require a lot of bolts, but of course, this is where bolt collecting comes in handy. Okay. Alright, so I think we've done our part for this one, and I think it will be a safe place to just pause here. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next part for when I'm going to take on the rest of Novalis and start off with one of the next levels. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next part of the Ratchet and Clank playthrough. So, see you guys for part 2.